Hello and welcome to the Super Basement Bro Show. My name is Connor and I'm joined by my co-hosts Tanner and Hasten.
Hello.
It's been a while, but we're back. We're an entertainment-based podcast. We like to talk about video games, movies, all that stuff. Today we're going to focus kind of just on a bunch of recent gaming news. There's been a ton over the last couple months since we've been gone, and we're just going to kind of give you our thoughts on it and whatnot. So let's. What do you guys want to start with?
Go ahead and start with Last of Us.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
That's the biggest thing right now. I mean, as far as gaming goes.
I mean, in terms of upcoming games, for sure. Last of Us 2 got its third release date at this point, I guess, finally.
Maybe it's coming
and
out.
the first gameplay trailer, which I actually watched.
Which I haven't watched.
Cool.
I'm avoiding. I've gone on.
It looks like
Shutdown.
Last of Us, which is Naughty Dog's Naughty Dog.
But it looks
consistent.
beautiful.
They're
It looks
consistent
beautiful.
good.
Does it?
So
Yeah, I absolutely adore Naughty Dog as a developer, so I'm super excited. June 19th is the official release date. Hopefully it sticks. I mean,
They
I'll
also
have it
said
beaten
that
by June 21st.
they said
Yeah.
that it will work on PlayStation 5, and they announced
Yeah.
that all the Sony production games will work on PlayStation 5.
yeah, it's going to
So-
be kind of interesting. We also, we'll get into it a bit later, but Sony announced their gaming reveal event, which is this coming Thursday at the time we're recording. We're recording on May 31st, so 4 days before their reveal event on June 4th. And I'm sure we're going to see a lot of Sony stuff there, so I'm kind of excited.
Stuff that
Hopefully.
might not be a while, or maybe it comes out with the console.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we can kind of
Maybe
just touch on it
I
now.
guess we won't. I thought it was like maybe we'll get to see the console, but we won't.
You don't think so?
I think
No,
we
it's
will.
games.
I was going to ask you guys that, because the
They
thing
specifically
is
said this is games.
but
specifically.
when the heck are we going to see the
Because
console?
that's weird. Because
man? It's
Xbox,
so weird. Like,
Xbox, the first thing they did was show the console. You
Yeah.
know?
One of
Think about it. It was like
consoles.
it was
they
the
just showed
weird
it
video,
in,
and then it showed
at
the
Game
console.
Awards back in December.
Yeah.
So they showed it a year before
Release.
it's going to be
Crazy.
released. Sony has waited.
Like
it's
6
gonna,
months
at this
before
point, we're
PlayStation.
less than 6 months away before the next console
Yeah.
launch.
Makes me worry about production. Like maybe they just don't have it final production yet.
Maybe they don't
Maybe.
know what it's going to look like
Yeah.
yet.
You'd think they have to, though, right?
I think they
Like-
it has to be going gold in the next couple months.
My question is, what's the point of not showing it off?
It has to be gold now if they want to have enough copies for when the game's like.
Maybe the
Xbox
games,
is already
Well,
probably
and
not the
for
console.
developers,
Xbox is
for
already.
developers,
Well, at least
producing.
probably like the specs, but not the look of the console. They don't need that to be golden.
True, yeah, because there's the dev
Like
kits and
they
stuff
could just
like
have literally a bunch of gear like set up to where
Yeah.
people can develop on that.
It is weird though, because what is Sony's goal here? Why not show off the console for this long? You
I
know
think
what mean?
Hasten had it right when he said that maybe they're not ready, and that's why they've kind of been putting
They
it
don't
off.
know?
Like they don't know.
The only reason I don't think that's the case is because we've seen the final design for the controller. Why would they show off the controller if they don't know what the console's going to look like?
But did you see
know
the
what I mean?
new commercial like ad where it had the black version?
Well, it looks black.
Yeah.
And people are thinking it looks black. I think it's shadowing. I think it looks like it's
think so?
black from like the shadows, but yeah, people are excited.
I think they
it
got.
looks black.
I think people ripped on it too much. PlayStation was like, make it black.
Maybe.
I think Xbox is gonna. I think PlayStation's gonna have their console be white.
I hope
That'd
so.
be cool.
I think that'd be cool.
It differentiate them
match
from
their-
Xbox.
yeah. And I think their console's gonna look futuristic as crap
Well,
too.
And that's what I was going to say is they
Like the
gotta.
controller?
If
Yeah.
they're going to have a white controller, there has to be white on the console, right?
Mhm.
and
like,
there's blue on it.
It'd
too,
be weird
right?
if there wasn't.
Yeah,
Blue.
There's
Yeah.
blue lights.
Mhm.
Like there's
See,
lights on.
I will say, if they come out and it looks super cool, they will beat Xbox as far as the look of the console. Because I
Oh,
think
yeah.
Xbox's is pretty
Xbox
bland
is basic.
It's a PC.
It's just a fridge
It's like a fridge. Yeah.
with a Xbox One controller, which, like, of course, looks not always matter, but the PlayStation One could look sick if they model it after the controller.
And I think looks do matter in some ways. Like, ultimately, they don't matter to the performance of the machine or
Right.
anything like that. But seeing something that looks futuristic, it's the same thing with, like, the appeal of, like, Tesla and Tesla trucks. And
Yeah.
so it's like people see it and they're like, whoa, that's the future.
Well, it's
You
why
know,
they
that's
put, like,
cool.
RGB lights in PCs. Like, they have no purpose but to look cool.
Yeah.
You know, like, all the cool
Yeah,
lights.
exactly. Or in the keyboards.
Yeah, it's like
it's all just for,
there's no purpose.
It's all
for it.
cosmetic
Yeah.
based. But yeah, honestly, I'm kind of with Hasten. I have a feeling it's going to be like the most futuristic looking console. I think it's potentially going to be my favorite looking console.
It is insane that we still haven't seen it, though.
It's crazy.
Like, it's crazy.
Well, and if you think about it, in 2013, when PlayStation revealed the PS4, they showed off everything for the most part in February at their February
At the-
event.
Even the
Play-
price and everything?
And yeah, I don't know if it.
They
there
might
was
have done
yet.
price at E3.
Price was E3, yeah, because it was E3
Yeah.
because they did the thing where Xbox announced $500.
Oh, they were like,
and then
they're
they were
like,
right after
400.
like 400.
And this is how you share your
and there's
games.
so many rumors.
that
yeah.
was the biggest douchebag.
Oh my gosh, dude!
Freaking PlayStation,
It
dude.
was like
But it was
That's how you share your
That's how you
games.
share your games, dude. It was baller though. That's the thing. Is like it was a total like messed up thing
It
to
is.
do, but it was like, wow, that is a huge selling point because Xbox screwed themselves with their
They
messaging
did.
at that.
Well, and that's why
E3.
Xbox has kind of learned now
Oh,
to
yeah.
not announce early and not to be so confident with their price to be like $500. That's pretty good because PlayStation's gonna try to undercut them.
Yeah.
Like no matter what.
When you really look at it, though, they were the same price in a way, though, because they had the
Kinects.
Kinect.
Yeah,
and Xbox
But it was kind of
eventually
like
got rid of it.
It was kind of like a forced peripheral. though.
Yeah.
It was, which was really lame of Xbox to make you have this Kinect.
Yeah, I
They're
mean,
like, you
I
can't
was
not.
fine with it because I wanted there to be more futuristic stuff. But yeah, I agree that they could have bundled.
And we
had a
were
separate
excited to get the
bundle.
Kinect. We
Yeah.
were excited, but I mean,
I loved the Kinect when I had it.
Mm-hmm.
But now I just use my Amazon Alexa.
where is our Kinect?
It doesn't work on the new consoles.
Probably.
It doesn't work on the new ones.
Yeah, it doesn't.
You have
even
to have
matter.
like this crazy adapter that's like 1,000 cords.
Why'd they even?
What's the? It's so crazy. Peripheral. I mean, we're going on a tangent now, but peripherals are such a weird thing because every once in a while I'll find something and I'm like, oh yeah, this was a thing for certain consoles. Like the Wii, for example, had the Wii Motion Plus that you plug into
had to
the
plug
bottom.
into the bottom.
It's like there was some games like Wii Sports Resort, the
It
second one that
required.
came out, you had to have that in order to use it. Zelda Skyward Sword, you had to have
That's
it.
so
to play
weird.
It.
Like,
It's like
why?
so if you got a Wii, you picked one up at a garage sale, and you had Zelda Skyward Sword, you wouldn't be able to play it unless you had that stupid attachment. Like, it's so weird. And now it's like, think about it. There were so many Kinect-based games that you just can't
Well,
play
and the
anymore.
Wii was a lot like that. We are going on a tangent, but
Yeah.
like the Wii had that because even like GoldenEye, remember you couldn't play it unless you had that weird adaptive controller.
Yeah, the like
where you
pro
had to plug
controller
into
for
the
Wii.
bottom of the Wii.
Uh-huh.
That is weird. Like they required so many like extra things to play certain games.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of gone away a
For the
little
most
bit
part.
late, like as not as we don't see it as much nowadays.
Now we have like that weird thing that you connect to the bottom of the controller that has a keyboard on it.
Oh yeah,
You can
Oh,
like,
yeah, yeah.
that's weird.
So
That is
dumb.
weird. I have seen that.
Well, actually, it hasn't though, because you look at it like PlayStation has their new buttons that connect
Yeah.
to the controllers.
Yeah.
Like, all these weird. There's tons of accessories
I
for
guess-
controllers.
yeah, I guess
Headphones,
there's still a
like
thing.
all that stuff.
But not things that are necessarily required. You know, like you wouldn't
True.
need the keyboard for a game. Like it's not gonna be like you have to have the keyboard attachment. You can't play this
You
game.
can't play
It's
this
like-
game.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Joy-Cons for the
It's true.
Switch. They have the controller, like the weird plastic little thing you can put the Joy-Cons in.
That's
and it's
not
like a mini
necessary.
controller. But it's not necessary. You could just play
Yeah.
it holding two Joy-Cons, almost
Yeah.
like the Wii style.
And Switch
But-
has their stuff, the cardboard.
Cardboard,
They sell
yeah.
cardboard for their
Yeah,
Yeah,
Labo.
and that is something that you
Yeah, I
can't
think
do
Nintendo's
certain
the big
things.
thing.
Oh.
Nintendo does it.
For
they
sure.
love doing their little one-off kind of random.
Yeah,
things.
Nintendo does it all
Random.
the time. Speaking of, I actually got Labo
Labo.
VR.
How is it?
Yeah, it's what you would expect. It's
cardboard.
Here's the thing. I will say it it intrigues me greatly for a potential like Nintendo-based
VR.
VR because they have so many great games that it would be awesome to
There's
play
like
in
Metroid
VR.
VR.
Like, there's Astrobot on the PlayStation. Like, that game is Mario for PlayStation.
Yeah.
It's like, that shows off the possibility of how cool it would be to play, like, a Mario Odyssey in VR. But yeah, the Labo VR, it's so grainy. It's so hard. Like, it gave me the biggest
I
headache.
mean, the
playing
screen's
some
only
games.
720p, right?
Yeah,
on
it-
mobile,
yeah.
so like it can't be that good.
No.
Whereas like even the PlayStation VR is 2K
Yeah.
on each screen, so like it's double what that is.
We could kind of
Yeah.
jump into VR because do you guys think that Xbox will do some sort of VR?
Not this generation.
No.
Well, I think they will.
Because didn't they
connect one.
mention something that they're because of like people wanting it that they're gonna make one?
No, I don't think so. I
Or
think
was
they
it
said
the
the
opposite?
opposite. They said they have
Said
no
that-
plans
Yeah,
to make
they're just not
anything VR.
successful. Like PlayStation VR hasn't been successful, so they're not working on it.
Yeah, they're not. And the truth is it's like at this point in time, it's weird because 5 years ago, everyone was like, VR is what's next. Like that'll.
It
be
is.
next.
It still is.
Yeah,
what's
and
next.
that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. That's why
I
I'm
feel
phrasing
like what's
like
next though is xCloud.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
like
that
streaming
stuff.
service game. I think you're right.
Being able to like be bored and just pull out my phone and play, Call of Duty.
yeah, Switch style.
real,
exactly.
real.
And that's the thing is that's why I say like VR is definitely in the future, but I don't know if it's what people want right now, like next. Like I
Right.
think people want that stuff first, then we kind of go into VR because also VR is in its infancy where some of it just still isn't perfect. Like some of it still isn't that great. Don't get me wrong, there's amazing experiences like Beat Saber and stuff, but for the most part, there's still like a lot of growing pains.
I say you give it
Yeah.
10 years and VR is going to be good,
Oh yeah.
but I want AR.
AR2 is...
I want AR to be real. I want Google Glass.
Well, or like the
reals.
HoloLens, which was like AR VR,
Yeah.
where the HoloLens was another thing that just kind of dropped off.
Xbox just drops all these cool...
Because like me and
project
Hasten always
ideas.
talk about, like, one of our biggest dreams is Pokemon Go in
Yeah.
AR.
Yeah.
On, like, imagine that. You can see the freaking...
You see the Pokemon on the ground, and you see the Pokestops that you
Imagine.
spin.
That'd be
so cool.
amazing. Like, I'd have
You
no
use your
lie.
Pokeball Plus that you get.
And you could actually throw it.
the Pokeball,
Dude,
but it
it'd
just
be
doesn't come off
insane.
your wrist.
And that has to be in the near future because, you know, you have stuff like our brother got Oculus Quest, and there's the thing where you can step through your boundary and your camera, you can just see into the real world.
Right.
It'll show you the real world after you're out of your little box. And so it's like, if they can just put that into a Google Glass style
Does he like
thing.
walk around the house with
He
it
does.
on?
He
He's just like,
can. Yeah, and you can see
Because
exactly
he can
where it's
see where he's going. Yeah, it's weird.
It's actually really cool. So it's like, if they can compact that into a Google Glass style thing and make them look like normal glasses,
Like
that would
these,
be
if these
huge.
just had like the time in
thing.
the top corner
Yeah.
and like
Uh-huh.
that stuff.
What else you guys want to talk about for that has been going on lately?
As far as games, actually a lot. I mean, Destiny announced in a big blog post that they're not doing Destiny 3. We talked about this a little bit before, which is a big deal because Destiny 3 would have been the next step for next generations. They said they're going to build from the game of Destiny 2. So they're just, instead of like refreshing everybody's loot and getting rid of everything. So, and they said they're announcing a new expansion in like 10 days. So we'll be seeing that soon. Also, the new season's coming out. So a lot of big things for Destiny. And they also said that they're working on new IPs because they're their own publisher now. So
I wonder what kind of games they're gonna do. Are they gonna
I
do
know.
shooters?
Probably.
Because that's like all they've
That's
ever
what
done,
they're
really.
good at.
Yeah,
shooters.
it is. Yeah,
That's all they've ever.
and a
I
lot
guess
of
like
people's eyes-
Activision does shooters, you know, mostly.
Well, they're not with Activision anymore, so it's like it's just them.
Well, and Bungie, in a lot of people's eyes, are the best at first-person shooters.
Oh yeah, and
So-
nobody could deny that. Like every game they've made has awesome gameplay. The gameplay is always pristine. You know, they struggle with story a little bit and content for the extent, but Yeah.
What about the big Xbox conference where they're gonna have all their games and it's
Yeah.
gonna be
Isn't
this is
it,
where all the third-party games for Xbox the next kind
it's like the 20th of June.
No, it already
so,
happened.
Yeah, Xbox 2020. They announced their series. So let's.
Well, no, the big one hasn't happened yet.
No, I know. There's two. There's multiple. So the
So
thing
the
is,
Inside Xbox they did.
yeah.
Okay,
When
well
they
that
s-
was never supposed to be a big.
It
But
was,
they
though.
totally made it seem like it was.
They were like-
That's the problem. Is here's the
I don't
thing.
know.
This
if
is
they
the
did.
next gen of games. Is
Yeah.
literally what they said.
But I never tuned into it. That's how little they were advertising.
Me and Connor though were
Yeah.
we
We watched it
we
live.
watched it like it was E3.
They said that it was
morning
going to
thing.
be like third-party games.
Well, exactly though.
But third party's
party is
big.
big. That's
Yeah.
Assassin's
But
Creed.
they never were like,
Watch-
"This is
that's-
this is our big reveal of all the games."
They
coming
did.
to
They did
Xbox."
though.
There's gonna
I
be
think
the
there's
big
gonna
events
be
still.
there's gonna be two big events. There's gonna be a PlayStation and there's gonna be a Xbox event. But we don't
There's
even
gonna
know
be
what
a-
those
And
are.
see, that's the problem though. Is this PlayStation event on Thursday gonna be the big event?
You think maybe?
And
Like,
that's
what if
the-
they announced Spider-Man and God of War? It should have
Yeah,
been
I
the
mean-
biggest event this year.
Exactly. And
But we
that's-
don't know that,
and
'cause-
that's the problem.
Because
right?
I'm worried now because there's been 3 events before this that sucked nuts.
And that's the thing and that's the point we're trying to make, Tanner. That's all we're trying to say is this event coming up on Thursday. PlayStation is hyping it up as the PlayStation event. They said there's going to be more, but they said, they're hyping this up. So, come Thursday, if they reveal, like me and Hasten were joking about, Knack 3 and that's it, is it going to
3
live up
and
to
then some other
expectations?
crappy,
the black version of the controller.
Is it going to live up to the expectations?
of what
That-
it is. Because what I'm thinking is going to get announced, because my hyped up mind works this way. I'm thinking maybe a God of War 2. Probably
Spider-Man
not.
2,
Probably
yeah.
not. I'm
Just
definitely
a
thinking
logo.
of Spider-Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely thinking that in the next 2 years.
I mean, both of those came
like,
out.
a new Uncharted, I'm
2
thinking,
years ago.
possibly. A
2018.
I don't know
trailer
if
for
they-
Uncharted.
2018.
I don't know if they'd be able to make a sequel by now.
That's, 2 years. That's
I
we're
think
seeing
years
it
and
now.
then-
Spider-Man's
Yeah, I'm
more
just saying,
likely.
like-
I think God of War's a ways.
Unannounced. I
I
think
think
God
so,
of War's.
too.
I
I
think God
agree.
of War's far away too. But they have a lot of like Uncharted.
Spider-Man.
Last of
I think
Us.
Spider-Man's the most likely because I think Uncharted they're going to take a back seat. They
Or
might
what
do a
if what if
second-
they have a company? What if because they have licenses to other Marvel? So what if they're working on?
So,
Do they
Guardians
have-
of the Galaxy?
do they have license to other Marvel because they just have
Oh
Spider-Man?
wait, yeah, that's true. They are.
Marvel has licensed out a bunch of their IP to different companies. Marvel's being really strange. I think that's why Sony already owned Spider-Man, so that was probably. But then Square Enix got.
I wonder if that's why Hawkeye's not
Avengers.
in the Avengers so far. Like, I wonder if
There's some
I wonder
agreement,
if
some
like
licensing agreement.
they didn't.
There's just
like,
going to be like a random game from Epic Games about Hawkeye.
Like Hawkeye is the only main Avenger that's not in there. It is just like they're like Camilla Khan's a lot cheaper, so let's do her.
Well, no, and
they really got that random chick. That has
and think about it. Guardians of the Galaxy, Telltale made a Guardians of the Galaxy game. Like that's weird. Just so obscure and weird. Like why? Of all people, did Telltale get Guardians? It's because Marvel's literally just like
Nintendo did Marvel's Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah, Nintendo.
What in the world?
Nintendo did Marvel's Ultimate. It's because Marvel literally decided we're just gonna sell off certain IP to certain companies, and that's the way we'll do it.
What do you think of the Avengers game? Then do you think
I'm super pumped for it?
Do you think it'll live up to it?
Yeah, I watched.
I'm actually
the gameplay
excited.
trailer for it. They released a couple weeks.
It has like
months
loot.
ago.
It
literally looks Destiny.
It's
but
Avengers,
I'm super hyped.
and it's got raids. So he said you can jump in with 4 other people, all as different Avengers, and go fight a big boss. And he named off names like Thanos, Loki, and Doomsday.
Doom guy.
What's the
Doom guy's in there?
Doom.
we're screwed.
What's his name? The guy with the middle face and the green hood. You know who I'm talking about?
Oh, Doomsday.
No,
right?
No, Doomsday's
Doctor Doom.
Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
Because he named off those. That would be sick. Like a raid. All of us can be a different
it'd be
Avenger
really cool,
and jump in.
I have worries.
I'm excited for campaign for sure, but I don't know about multiplayer. We'll see how that goes. Because who's the company that's doing it?
Square Enix.
Square Enix isn't known to multiplayer.
Exactly, and that's my biggest concern is
if it was Bungie,
they make Final Fantasy, which is one of the biggest MMOs. You know, so like they're known with
not
massive
really.
multiplayer.
There is MMO Final Fantasies, but they're not known for like MMOs.
I mean, Final Fantasy has some of the biggest MMO games.
Well, some, but once again, they are known as a single player.
Well, sure. I just think like
no, that's Ubisoft.
I do feel the same
Tomb
way.
Raider.
I think that it is scary because for some reason I'm getting this weird feeling about it.
Watch Dogs is Square Enix.
No, it's
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
What?
Yeah, it's like Assassin's Creed.
Square Enix doesn't do anything. So this is like the first time they've had a conference.
No, Square Enix does a lot actually. They're just
in recent
Japanese.
history, like what?
They're more anime based.
They did like Deus Ex.
Oh no, Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy. It's
never been. What I mean is like they've never been like a big prominent name that you know, and you're like, oh, Square Enix is making a game.
I disagree. I think they are.
At least for most gamers.
No,
most like casual gamers don't know who Square Enix is.
I don't know. I disagree, but that's I
mean, I didn't.
Well, I know, but you're also not Japanese. You're also
Hasten didn't.
I know
who Square Enix was.
Well, I mean, up until like, I knew that like they weren't a big household names. What I'm saying is they weren't like a household name like Ubisoft.
They definitely are. They have a E3 conference every year.
Well, I just think that up until recently they haven't been like a household name.
Hitman, yeah, that's not. Yeah, Square Enix is definitely big. I'd say for sure
they're
not
top
as
10
well.
Developers.
Yeah, maybe not as well known in America.
For sure.
For sure. Yeah, it's not even a question.
What?
Matter.
For sure. Top 10?
Yeah.
Final Fantasy. Do you know how many Final Fantasies
there are?
There's
like
16.
Top 10 developers?
They made Sleeping Dogs.
Think
they
about
made all the
10
Tomb
developers.
Raiders.
We're talking about in terms of. We're not talking about quality, even necessarily. We're talking about just in terms of what they put out and size. Absolutely, it's not even a question.
I mean, your tops are obviously EA, Activision.
Yeah.
Bethesda.
Naughty Dog.
Naughty
Dog's a developer, and also
you said developer.
Project Red.
You said top 10 developers.
Well, I know.
What the company that makes
CD Projekt
Red is like #1 right now. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, it's crazy.
In Europe, yeah.
No,
they just passed
No,
out.
in the world. It's insane.
They make more money than any other developer right now.
I thought it was just Europe.
Which is crazy because The Witcher 3 is like the only game they're making money off of.
Yeah.
That's insane to me.
No, it's because it's the
Did
Netflix
you see
show
that
helped and stuff.
there was like a joke like they showed 1 second of Cyberpunk gameplay and people were like freaking out.
People are pumped for that game, and it does look pretty cool actually. There was some gameplay I think that was released. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I hope that it actually is good.
But that's the thing.
That'd be the biggest flop in history.
It'd be bad because it's so hard.
There's not a chance that it
You don't
is,
think
no
that there's
way.
a chance that that thing
Not
sucks?
a chance of it being.
I don't even know though. You never know
because they have spent a lot of time, and they're one of those developers. They're
People thought that
kinda
about Destiny.
They're
like
kind of like
Naughty
Naughty
Dog.
Dog.
They are,
and they're
absolutely.
like-
People thought that about Destiny. Bungie had only made Halo some of the best games of all time.
there's
companies
not a
that
chance.
push games back and say we are pushing our game back because it's not perfect.
But Destiny did that.
which is literally what they said.
That's
Destiny
literally what
did
they
that.
said.
Destiny
they
was supposed
say-
to come out in 2013 and then got delayed to 2014.
Did they say we're pushing it back because it's not perfect?
Yeah, they redid the whole story because of it, and then
They
it turned
redid their
out-
whole story.
Mhm. I watched an hour-and-a-half long video about how Destiny was the weirdest game of all time because it came from a company who has made some of the best games, best Halo games ever, like known as some of the best games of all time. To make a game that
The thing is though
awful.
they're a
At
shooter
launch.
company too, but they're different though in a way because Naughty Dog makes story
driven.
So does CD Projekt Red. When they're story driven,
Halo's
you don't have to
story-driven,
be.
But Halo's known as a shooter.
Halo's
It's like
multiplayer shooter
Yeah.
with a campaign. It's like Call of
I think
Duty.
it's known more for its campaign though than anything.
I don't think
It
so.
literally
Like
started
Master
shooters.
Chief, because Master Chief's not.
Oh
in
yeah,
multiplayer.
Master Chief. Well, I know, but we're talking in terms
Their
of
campaign is way.
we're
more
talking in
popular.
terms of what people actually played when Halo was a thing. It was the multiplayer. Like
And
I
as far as
hardly knew
campaign
anyone
goes
that, like-
either,
well,
like, there's
I would
no
say
way-
probably until Halo Reach. Before then, like it was mostly about the campaign. The second about the multiplayer.
But as
Oh,
making
people love Halo
as making
2.
stories.
Well, yeah, they
They
love the
talk about.
multiplayer, but it's
As making stories, there's companies that just do good, and it like when Last of Us 2 comes out, it can have bugs. I'm still gonna play it because I care about the story.
sure.
You know, just like when Witcher 4 comes out, people are gonna buy it because they like the story.
I just
Well,
think
and also-
it is dangerous territory because CD Projekt Red has only made Witcher. They're good at The Witcher. Bungie's
Have
good
they
at
never
Halo.
made anything else? We
They're
know that
good.
for
I don't
sure.
know because Bungie's
There's no way they're the highest making
It's
company.
crazy.
But
Bungie's
Bungie's made other things than Halo. They made things before Halo, but once again, it's not the same. CD Projekt
So I mean,
Red
they've also
started
done
with
like
Witcher,
Gwent,
but that's Witcher.
which is part of Witcher. But did they do Saints Row 2? Because that's pretty crazy if they did. But yeah, it's mostly Witcher. But like Witcher.
I just think
is
it
one
is-
of
it
those
is
games-
scary.
No, I don't think it's scary at all. Like, there's not a chance.
But what if?
I'm not saying it's my like. I probably won't even play it. I don't know.
It's
Like,
not your type of
It's not
game,
my
no.
type of game. But like, I guarantee it'll be like one of the Game of the Year nominee type.
It's
games.
definitely I agree.
I just
Along with Last of Us, and Last of Us might win.
Yeah.
But
if as far as we're going right now with the games that are coming out this year, Last of Us will win. If
CD
not-
Projekt. I mean,
Well, I mean, depending on how
Cyberpunk's supposed to be
Cyberpunk
pretty
is.
good too.
If Cyberpunk is bad, it will be one of the
There's
biggest.
people that have played 2
flops
hours of
of
it
all-
though.
Well, it'd be one of the most shocking flops of all time.
But that's how like
there's no
Destiny
way
was
it
to that
happens.
extent that way.
There's
Like,
people
there
that have
were
played
so
2
many
hours
people.
of Cyberpunk, and they're like, "This is amazing."
Yeah.
like it's incredible.
yeah.
So
2 hours is
So it's like
I
Yeah.
played 2 hours of Destiny, and I knew this was trash when I played the beta.
And that's the
I didn't
thing
buy
with
it.
Destiny 2.
But with
is-
people when they played the first alpha back in when it first was announced in the E3, people thought it was amazing.
problem with Destiny though is it was set up for failure in a lot of ways because it was a multiplayer based game. Like in an age where that wasn't a thing. Like an online only game. Like
Yeah.
that.
This
wasn't
is
a
a
thing
this
when
is
it
a
first
single
started.
player
This
game.
is a single player game.
when single player is not a thing.
Yeah, exactly.
just
but,
hilarious.
But single player is also like a proven formula.
yeah, it's
you know what I mean.
It's not. It's hard to mess up.
I just think like, what if it comes out and the story is awful,
I mean, name a single player game that's
the
flopped
content sucks,
and has like sucked.
a lot.
Death Stranding.
Fallout 4.
Death Stranding didn't flop.
It didn't
was Game of the Year
flop.
It
nominee.
flopped.
Which is crazy.
It flopped. It definitely
didn't
flopped.
flop,
With
no.
sales.
Hideo
You don't think
Kojima
so?
just said that. Oh yeah, he just put out a thing saying that he is able to start working on his next game. Right
Single
now,
player,
'cause it
God of
sold so
War
well.
killed it.
Yeah.
Fallout Last
4?
of Us, Fallout 4
Was
killed
not.
it. It was good.
I don't know if it killed it. It wasn't the best.
What?
Fallout 4 when it came out. I don't think it was considered. Oh, it's a
People-
single player.
It
I
sold
think
a lot.
I think it's changed. I
Proven.
think
There hasn't been a single player that has flopped in a while, other than like these smaller ones that aren't. But the big single player games that come out, generally they're good.
yeah.
With multiplayer, you have Fallout 76, Anthem,
Yeah,
Destiny, Destiny 2.
multiplayer
When they all
centric
launched, they
games,
sucked.
Yeah, and they have much more
It's
higher
because
risk.
It's because they do this
Suck.
stupid thing where they launch and they don't have any content, and then they slowly add it.
Yeah.
It's like
And
Destiny
it's-
2 right now, great game. I agree.
Right. Oh no. Like,
But
it's
when it
proven,
launched, it didn't have anything. It
It's
was
almost
like Destiny.
proven right now, like that.
It was
You-
Destiny 2.1.
You're,
or one,
like,
1.5.
cursed. You're like cursed to flop when you make a MMO multiplayer. Like, especially if like a shooter on console game, like it's bound to flop. Fallout 76, Anthem, Destiny. Like,
I think
it's
you're
crazy.
guaranteed to flop if you don't put out content. Like,
Yeah.
you just.
But
be
the thing
smart.
is
I don't
that's
get
the
it.
thing is like if you look at comparatively a single player game and when Destiny 1 first came out, it had the same amount of content. Different with a single player game, you're not meant to be playing it for 3 years.
It's true.
Over and over and over. That's why multiplayer games suffer so much, is because Destiny is meant to be a game that you play every single day for a year straight. Single player games, you're supposed to beat it, maybe finish it all the way, and then you're done. It takes like a month.
Well, this reminds me of something, not to change the topic too much, but it reminds me of something I wanted to talk about, is that speaking of multiplayer online games that need support constantly, Apex just finally announced
got a company.
that they're finally
yeah.
putting out. There's a studio in Vancouver, Canada,
Thank
that will
the
be
Lord.
only focusing on Apex, which is awesome.
Which is good
Like,
because
way
they don't release a ton of content. So.
Especially
Yeah.
during the season.
Yeah, during the season, it's kind of here's a 4-player mode.
Because like the new seasons are
Like-
huge. The seasons are
When they do
huge.
come out, they're big.
Yeah.
And
But
this
like-
past season was really good too.
Oh yeah, but like even the events that happen within the season, it's just like cosmetics. There's nothing that changes on the map. It's like one new mode. It's
true.
It can't compete with something like Fortnite, where they're having freaking Batman in Gotham City with a batarang in the game. You know, it's like they need a company that can constantly work on the game.
And this is something we've literally talked about on the podcast for
multiple times,
probably a year now.
Yeah.
Like that they needed something like this. So I think it's a great move for Respawn. And then now they can have their other studios focus on Titanfall 3, Jedi Fallen Order 2. Gosh, Respawn is killing it, dude.
They're slowly becoming so huge.
I wish I with Jedi Fallen Order 3, do you
two
or two? Sorry, with Jedi Fallen Order, do you think EA forced them to launch it?
Absolutely.
And they want to delay it
for sure
because that worries me a little bit that it was so buggy.
I just think it's such a bad idea.
But it was a good game.
It was an amazing game.
It's such a bad idea to partner with EA or Activision. Like
I hate EA
because like people talk about that. They think
it's not even like. I'm just a gamer, of course, but every gamer seems to hate EA.
Yeah.
I don't know a gamer that loves EA.
Yeah. And the thing is, too, is like with Jedi Fallen Order, is EA has the Star Wars license. And with that license, they're obligated to release a certain amount of Star Wars games per amount of years or something like that.
That's so annoying.
So the problem is with Jedi Fallen Order, I bet you they had no other choice. EA was like, we have to get this out, or else
because we had to start production on the second one.
Yeah, or else we lose the license for Star Wars. So put it out, even if it wasn't fully ready. Because that game could have come out 5 months later and probably been a lot better.
Speaking of EA,
Madden got the license.
Gosh, for
dang.
5 more years.
Yay!
With EA,
you're gonna get the same game 5 times.
They'll buy it again. EA's never gonna let that license go.
Dude, like the NFL is so focused on making money. And that's the problem. Madden makes money because of their Ultimate Team mode. So
this is why we need another studio to come in and make another football game. 2K can do it now, right?
2K can they can't.
I thought there was
they can make so Madden owns the rights to simulation games.
Oh, okay, that's right, yeah.
But 2K can make like I don't even know if Street's allowed. Oh my gosh. Honestly, because it's kind of simulating football.
Oh,
like
cool
I think they have
to make. Do they have the right to like NCAA?
I don't. No one can do NCAA right now because of the whole money thing, which is going to change soon. Yeah. There's a lot of news around that.
Players are going to start getting money.
Players can start earning money soon.
What was the first one of them
like
allowed? It was like California. Like Cal started paying their players. One of the teams did.
Yes, California can pay players in NCAA. Yeah. And then like 3 other states fall apart.
I don't know why that's never been a thing. That seems so weird.
That's going to be crazy, though, because we don't want to get on another tangent that's not game-related. But how's that going to work? Because then everyone's going to want to go play in California.
That's the thing, though, is that California doing it and then a few other states doing it is going to make the whole NCAA collapse. Because they have to just like let
because otherwise players will be
because that's what I was going to say. I'm like,
do you know why it kind of collapsed and like fell into a thing? So the number 1 player coming out of high school this year is going to the G League in the NBA, which is the farm league for the NBA, like the minor leagues for the MLB. So the number 1 player in all of high school is going there because they can pay him. So the NCAA was like, all right, NCAA players, you guys can get paid now, kind of. So they have to pass some things and then they can pay them.
I don't know why that's never been a thing because like they're like media focused.
Because the G League can pay
they're
people,
athletes, like they should be paid.
Well, it's just the NCAA won't let them be paid.
So dumb.
But I think it's gonna fall apart in the next year.
Interesting.
So,
well, going back to Summer Game Fest, I was gonna.
This is a big deal for games, sports games in general.
Absolutely.
Like that whole thing happening will make NCAA basketball and NCAA football come back. There was a lot of NCAA games that were huge. NCAA basketball was huge, and NCAA football. When that first releases, it's gonna be bigger than Madden.
It's insane because I follow a lot of like gaming related like prices and how things flux and whatnot, and NCAA
like $200.
NCAA 14 is literally worth like over $100.
It's insane.
It's nuts purely because.
Did you sell your copy?
No, I still have mine.
Which one is it?
I got it for $1.
NCAA 14.
NCAA 14.
It's crazy.
It was the last release.
NCAA.
And I've even looked. 13 now is starting to go up to over 70, so over retail value from when it came out. They're slowly even the ones.
None of these are on the new
consoles
consoles either. You have to have the 360.
And that's the problem is like. They're going up in value even more because they're hard to get. They're not available on current consoles. They're not. Yeah, it's like it's insane what they're worth.
Will you be able to play those on the new console though?
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Xbox has announced that there's over like 1,000 games that are going to be available at.
I thought
launch.
Xbox was just full backward compatibility.
Yeah, because they put out this big thing where it said like 1,000 plus day 1 for Xbox Series X, including.
The thing is, Xbox has a lot of indie games because they're PC part too. So they could just have PC ports that come over and they're like 1,000. It's like,
yeah. I mean, we'll see. I hope it's full backwards compatible. That's another thing they got announced though. If they just come out, that'll be huge.
And
like,
this is one thing going back to the kind of whole Summer Game Fest thing and what we're going through right now is it's like, so I get it. COVID-19 has screwed things up a ton. Like obviously we understand that. But it sucks that we're getting things so spread out in a way that makes it not coherent about what we're getting. You know what I mean? Like, because I feel like every other week we hear something like, oh, Xbox is doing this with backwards compatibility. It's like, didn't you just announce something 2 weeks ago? Like, there was literally something just 2 days ago. There was that 1,000 games at launch, and it's like, wait, what? I thought you said everything. Like, so what is it? You know, like, what is it going to be?
We need that big conference.
Like, yeah, I want to know.
We need
everything.
specifics.
I want specifics. I want it just reveal it. Like, instead of doing these little teeny
kind of like
every week, it's like
just let me know.
Put it out. Yeah, just tell me. But I don't think we're going to get that for multiple reasons because of everything being in flux right now, and then also the price thing with PlayStation and Xbox, and they're gonna
duke it out.
One's
gonna be $5 cheaper than the other.
Like I said,
they're not gonna be the same price.
It's gonna be a week before the consoles come out. They'll both announce because they're not. Ours
is $495. Ours is $500. Oh, I'm buying the $500 cheaper one.
That's gonna be such an interesting thing to see when that actually happens. I'm curious when we're gonna get. So real fast, I want to ask you guys: do you think we will see the PlayStation console on Thursday?
No.
No. Well, I'm gonna say.
I
yes.
think it's exclusively games. It seems like it's like everything they've said is games.
I think Hasten had it on the nose. I don't think they're ready. I don't think they have the final look of it.
I think we'll see the console when they announce their thing.
They have to soon though, because they got to go in production.
Because there's a reason.
The July they do a play thing every month, don't they? Just like
roughly.
Because don't you think it's
July? You'll see it. I think after Xbox does theirs, I think you'll see theirs.
Don't you think it's suspicious that we've seen the controller but not the console?
Exactly. That's the weird thing. Why?
That's why. It's because they can't figure out a final look of it.
But the problem is they have to in the next couple months. Cause
that's what I mean. I mean,
maybe
by July
they leaked the VCR one, and everyone was like, "Oh, that sucks."
And they're like, and then they released the one that looks like the battle station, and everyone was making fun.
I liked the pizza one. I don't know
pizza one.
The one where it looks like the diamond thing. I mean, I get that that's a dev kit looking one, but like if they make that look nice and like sleek, I think that looks cool.
It was like this big.
Yeah, of course. I'm talking.
It was 3 inches. Well, the Xbox, the new console, the new Xbox is gonna be big.
Yeah,
I mean they showed it for like size. It'd probably be like this tall.
That's big.
But it's like it's not like a.
The Switch is this tall.
Compared to previous consoles.
Truth is it's going to have to be, because since they're getting closer to PCs, they're going to need to be able to fit.
I'm so curious.
Have we done an episode about talking about the expanding storage with Xbox? Because that's a big deal.
Oh no, yeah, we can bring that up too.
Because they announced they're partnering with Seagate. Is it Seagate they're partnering with?
I think so.
Yeah, they're partnering with Seagate, and you can only buy memory cards. It's like memory cards, like back to PlayStation 2 or GameCube.
And the lowest amount is a terabyte.
Yeah,
which is crazy. So it's going to be like 300.
I think the console comes with a terabyte.
It does. I think it's a terabyte, and then you can. So they're not additive either. So you can't have like multiple in at the same time. So you have to have.
You have to switch.
So if you're full on that memory card, you have to take out and get rid of some of the games on the console.
But I think they're going to have bigger ones where you can expand up to 4
like 3-4 terabytes. Yeah. Hopefully,
it's just kind of ridiculous because how are we expected to have any games on the it's just crazy to me because I have a 4 terabyte hard drive on my.
And I'm all about it, but the fact that we can't use those. When the fact that we can't use.
You don't even have Modern Warfare installed.
Yeah, exactly. Modern Warfare alone is 20 games.
Well, it sucks because
2.
The fact that we can't use outside sources is stupid.
Yeah.
I can't use my 2 terabyte hard drive.
Yeah, exactly.
That's stupid. That's so dumb.
I feel like they're going to have to do a 360 on that. Well, actually, they're probably not. They've already announced it, and it's a thing. So,
well, and it defeats the whole purpose of Xbox's messaging this generation. I don't get it because
and maybe we'll like it. Actually, maybe you'll be able to take your memory cards over to your friends,
and it has all the games.
You have all your games on it, and you don't have to install them. That's actually kind of.
I mean, you can already do that with your hard drive that you have now. That's
true.
You know, it's like
big.
It's big. It's inconvenient, but yeah, it's like I can already do that. I don't need that as an option. It seems backwards.
But these ones will be SSD memory cards. So they're going to be fast.
They'll be faster, but like I said, Xbox's entire generation, hey, backwards compatibility, Game Pass, all this convenience, and now they're like, hey, but you have to buy our specific proprietary memory system.
I think the caveat is going to be, it's going to suck but then they're going to talk about xCloud, and it's going to make it a lot better. Because they're going to be like, look, this is just for when you're playing on your console. xCloud is a whole other thing. Yeah. There's unlimited storage. Because you could just play the game right now.
Stream it,
Like, you don't need to have it downloaded. So they're going to be like, they're going to be like, you'll probably have 2 memory cards, won't even need to use them.
Real fast, is that the case, though? Now that I think about it?
They've announced that it's server-based.
I have the xCloud app, and I'm pretty sure the games I play in there have to be installed on my Xbox One. Am I wrong?
Well, so that's the streaming part of it. So the streaming part of the Xbox has already been a thing. But streaming a game from your Xbox has been a thing. I do that on my PC. You can stream your Xbox on another TV.
Yeah, I'm talking from your phone.
Because xCloud is going to be server-based like Google Stadia, where it's not from your Xbox, it's from a server or a cloud. That's why it's xCloud. So it's going to be downloaded there, where there's unlimited, apparently.
Yeah, see, I want all this answered. I want to have definitive answers on everything. But I was going to bring up with the Summer Game Fest, it's going to be interesting because with E3 now gone, there were so many conferences that we don't know when we're going to see like their reveals. Like Ubisoft, Warner Bros. Was apparently going to have a conference.
Anytime in the next 4 months, Connor, is when you'll
exactly.
get it.
It's okay. If you didn't hear, Elder Scrolls is another couple years
Oh
off.
my gosh,
Did you
yeah,
hear that?
that's another thing. Yeah, so
It's a freaking tweet.
Starfield hasn't even been announced yet.
He was all pissed. It was a tweet, and he was like pissed. He's like, everybody needs to stop.
Stop asking about your favorite game series ever.
They're like,
that we announced 4 years ago.
They're like,
douchebag.
It's good a couple years away. And I'm like, are you serious?
And this is one thing I was going to say is like with PlayStation's event this coming week, PlayStation is notorious for announcing games super early. Like Spider-Man and God of War were years away.
Like, you need to understand that people are going to be waiting for news.
Yeah.
And, like, if you wait 4 years for your game, people are going to get pissed.
When if it actually probably kills hype, if anything. Because, like,
10 years later, we still
a game gets announced, and you're like, when's it even going to happen? You know?
Well, and it's a delicate balance to strike, though, because it's also one of those things where, like, the boat I'm in right now with the new Batman game is it's been teased now for over a year, and it's like, or almost over a year, and it's like,
you're gonna explode.
When just reveal it. Like at this point, what's with the teases? Just announce it and get it over with. Because and here's the problem: is it's horrible marketing because it's the same situation with the Elder Scrolls thing where it's like, okay, you show us the logo and announce it. But now it's years away. Don't even say anything. Don't even say anything or show anything. Don't even say it's in development until you're ready.
Because a lot of the hype is when it's getting announced. So it's better to just not know it's a thing.
And here's the thing. I really feel like Nintendo is...
Elder Scrolls 5 literally got announced, and then 3 months later it dropped.
Not just that.
Announced at E3 and dropped in October.
This November, it's the 9-year anniversary.
Yeah.
9 years.
Well, this is why Nintendo has been killing it for the most part, like lately, is they have really short announcements.
Paper Mario's coming out next month.
Paper Mario was announced 2 weeks ago, and it's coming out next month. 2 months?
Nuts.
Isn't it coming the day of...
Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima,
yeah. Yeah, it's just crazy. Like, Ghost of Tsushima has been announced for over
a year.
4 years now. Oh, no, like 4 years.
Is it really
Yeah,
that long?
It literally was announced in, like, the 2016
I thought the first was
or
at E3 last year.
No.
With the lady that was, like, really excited?
No, remember the first Ghost of Tsushima trailer we got was the flute guy at E3 like 3 years ago. You remember that?
Last of Us 2 got announced?
Yeah, it was. I think it was the same time Last of Us 2. Yeah.
What's with them announcing a game freaking years in advance?
Well, that's what I'm saying. PlayStation got a ton of crap for that.
So if they announce God of War this year, you'll know.
Get it
we got 4 years.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Is like I feel like Nintendo is the ideal thing people need to do because even Smash Bros was announced March 2018. It came out in December. So
see, I prefer
7-8 months. Like that's not bad.
Gearbox did that with Borderlands 3. All their DLC, they do that where it's like literally a couple months before. That way, you're not like waiting.
That's what Bethesda used to do. Now they just freaking.
What blows my mind is that they're saying stuff like, okay, Elder Scrolls 6 is a thing, but Starfield will be coming out before that. The fact that we still haven't even gotten Starfield stuff makes me think they're going to announce Starfield this E3, and it's going to be 2025 when Starfield comes out, which means it's going to be 2030 when Elder Scrolls 6 comes out. It's going to be 20-year difference
I think
between the games.
Developers need to strike a better balance of the announcement to release window. It's like, I really think it shouldn't be over a year to year and a half. If you announce a game and it takes more than a year and a half to come out, why? Like, why are you making us wait?
Why don't you wait till the next E3?
Yeah, wait till the next E3. It's like, this is my hopes with Rocksteady is I'm hoping
That's
the
why
reason
they've
why
been
we
waiting.
haven't heard from them so long is it's like they're going to announce it at E3 next year and it's going to be
December.
come out fall.
Yeah.
Like,
Or
it's
what if
6
they
months
announce
later.
it at the PlayStation event
And
and then it comes
fall?
out this
Don't
with
even,
the
don't play
launch
with
of
my
the next
emotions.
console?
Don't play with my emotions.
What if they announce it and it comes out that day?
It comes
Releasing
out right now.
today.
That'd be insane.
That'd be too much. I'd be like, no, it's fine.
I didn't
want a
take time off for
yeah,
this.
I want a hype cycle too. I want at least like a couple months, to get pumped for it. But that would be kind of cool. Don't play with my emotions. If Rocksteady or
We're going to Disneyland! Oh, wait.
No.
Batman
Batman
just got
dude.
announced and it's Robin
Dude,
Hood.
I didn't even think about that.
What if that happens?
Dude, what if the new consoles come out when we go to Disneyland?
And it's just a console.
It won't because it's coming
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a game. It's just a console.
It's just a console.
It's like, oh, I want to go see the main menu.
I do though.
I do know.
Yeah.
Look at my gamer score. It didn't change.
I want to unbox that. I'm so excited to unbox
yeah.
my next console. Because that only happens once every 6 or 7 years.
It's
years,
true.
8
And
years.
now it's probably going to be a decade.
I get to
Like,
play
it's
Last
gonna
of
be a
Us
long
every
time.
10 years. I get to
Maybe.
unbox a new console every 10 years.
I
It's one of
imagine
my
that
favorite-
the length will be longer and longer.
Favorite pictures I have is when we got our Xbox One on launch
Had it
day,
all lined
and I laid it out
Oh,
and
did
put
you?
Cheetos and Doritos and all the games on it, and got this awesome
Tweeted
picture.
at Xbox.
I tweeted
like,
at
I'm ready
Xbox
for the
to X-
weekend.
Yeah, and Xbox.
They, like,
I remember it was such
they,
a
like,
big deal at
liked
the
it
time,
or
but they-
something.
Well, they retweeted it. Or
Yeah.
I'm
something.
excited
They were
this
like-
year we're going to do a pretty good unboxing for you guys. with
Well,
both
oh, yeah.
consoles.
Yeah,
All
Like
that.
3
unless we're in
Xbox
Disneyland,
One X.
so. But I won't.
We do it then too.
Just while we're in Disneyland.
Just
pick
record
up.
Oh, we would.
Well, why not? I could buy it and drive it home.
You
you wanna
do that?
buy it
If you
there?
want to do it, you could.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll probably pre-order it. It'll probably.
That's the thing is PlayStation. You
true.
might not be able to get it.
It's true.
'cause, they even said that they're not going to have a ton at launch. So
Oh man, it's gonna be like the Nintendo Switch. We won't be able to get it for like 6 months
For
after
forever.
it releases.
yeah, it switched, and that's another thing. Still killing
I
it.
will. You know where I
Sales-wise.
work.
There's something I wanted to talk about is the thing that Xbox is doing with their games, where they're allowing them to transfer to Xbox Series X. Have you heard about that? What's it called? Smart delivery.
Smart delivery.
Smart delivery.
Yeah.
Did
Smart
you
delivery's
hear
awesome.
about the bull crap that they're doing with Madden? So
Oh,
EA
yeah, I
EA
did.
refused to do Xbox's thing. They're like, no, we're not doing smart delivery. Instead, they're doing their own version where, yeah, if you buy Madden by December this year,
Yeah.
then
Then
you
you'll
get
get
the
the-
game on the next, but only if you get the Xbox One X before March.
Well, and yeah, if you
That
don't,
seems fair though.
Are you
No,
kidding me?
it's-
If
What-
you buy it on the
stupid.
Xbox One, they don't have to give you anything. They're a business. You got to remember this. They are a business.
But that's the problem,
And
though. Is
The Xbox said you should never have to buy the same
Yeah,
game.
Xbox
okay,
has been promoting
Xbox
the
isn't
opposite
like
message.
the controller of this though.
And that's what sucks.
But
though.
this isn't Xbox. They're not doing Xbox's thing.
Well,
EA's
I know.
like, we're doing our own
But
thing.
EA's doing their own thing where you can get it for
But
free.
think about all the companies that are doing
in a
Xbox's
2-month
thing.
period. If you buy the game at
if
launch, then
you're
you can
gonna
get it for
buy the
next
game, you're
console.
gonna get it though in that 2
But
months.
some people are gonna just wait to get the new console to get the game. You know what I mean?
But why when you can just buy it at launch?
'Cause, like,
and
some
then
people
just get it for
won't
free
be able
because you
to
can
just-
still get it for free. I remember that.
Well, the problem is though, is with like
On
for
the
example, Valhalla, Assassin's Creed, they've already said, and then Cyberpunk.
Support
Cyberpunk
smart
is one of the
delivery.
biggest ones. They were like, it will be smart delivery. So if I get Cyberpunk
At
on
any
the Xbox
point.
One right now at launch, I know for a fact it'll work.
Not
on
just
the
at
Xbox
launch.
Series X.
You could get Cyberpunk next year
3 years from now
for the Xbox
The X
One
and
and
it'll
still
work
get the
on
free
Series-
version.
Yeah, it'll still
for
work on the
Xbox
Series X.
Series X.
Madden, it's the opposite, where it's like if you don't get it
Sucks
by
for you.
December, you just are stuck with the Xbox One copy.
The game comes out August.
Yeah, but I think
4 months.
Cyberpunk comes out September. only a month
I
later.
think it's scummy.
I think
EA
it's,
does scummy stuff.
it's
to get
totally an
people to buy
EA
a
move
game.
to do
It
because
is.
the problem is no other company has said that.
A lot
Like,
of companies don't buy Madden though. After like a lot of you pretty much buy Madden and then you don't buy it later. Like we don't sell a lot of copies.
Oh sure,
of
but
Madden.
there's people who are probably like, I'm not going to buy Madden on the Xbox One because I want it for the
the Series X, and maybe they can't afford the Series X right at launch. They're planning
So
to
now
get it
they're
like
screwed.
yeah, they're planning to get it maybe
Yeah.
in January or February, and at that point,
Can't,
tough luck.
'cause
You
have
can't
to
like
have
now
it before.
your copy of that you only can play it on the Xbox One. It just seems kind of stupid.
It is stupid, especially when Xbox came out with smart delivery. If smart delivery wasn't a thing, I could
Yeah.
understand it. I'd be
Uh-huh.
like, okay, whatever, because it's not a thing. But Xbox has already announced like 5 or 6 games that are already compatible.
One of my predictions,
I bet Call of Duty doesn't do it. Like I bet
Call of Duty's
won't do it.
Activision. Activision won't do it.
Yeah, I know.
absolutely. Activision and
We'll
EA
see.
are the worst money grabbing pieces of shiz in the gaming company.
It's true.
They are. Like they. That's why
Well,
Bungie.
Bethesda's getting pretty bad.
That's why when Bungie left
of my-
Activision, they said that the Bungie team members were like cheering when they found out.
The thing is, one theory I kind of have, and this could be totally unfounded, but part of me wonders if the reason why EA is doing that, and why we don't know for sure, but potentially Activision would do that, is what if it's because PlayStation doesn't support smart delivery at all? Like, at all.
I would not be surprised.
That's how they're doing it.
Yeah.
I mean,
and so
granted,
if that's the case, then they would be doing it because of PlayStation, and then...
For the benefit of the doubt, they're
the good guys.
PlayStation has already announced that any Sony games
will
automatically.
Yeah.
So that means
those are Sony
God of
games.
War,
Yeah.
Spider-Man, Last of Us.
But Madden isn't Sony.
Sure.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's the thing is, and Sony's also been very cagey about the whole backwards compatibility stuff.
They refuse.
Like
I thought it was
100
hilarious.
of our top games.
like, what?
No, and not just that.
We have
They're
way
like
more than 100 games.
100 of our top PS4 games.
Yeah.
So no PS3 games, and it's only like 100 of the PlayStation 4 games. But that's it. So you have a game that you like on PlayStation 4 sucks.
Well, did you
gotta
hear,
play it on
did you
PlayStation
guys hear
4.
what I think his name's Jim Ryan, one of the heads of PlayStation, said just this last week?
I didn't read it.
He put out, he said, he's like, PlayStation, and part of me understands this messaging, but I also think it's kind of anti-consumer. He's like, Sony is, here at PlayStation, we're focused on the future. We're not focused on the past, like some of our competitors or something. That's not a direct quote at all.
Right.
I just totally butchered that. But, like, that's what he was implying. He was basically saying what Xbox...
gaming.
Like, revel in your like what things you've made
How
before.
often do you go back and play games you love? How often
All
do you
the
go back
time.
and play Skyrim?
Every game I play is from the past.
It's true.
Literally.
It's not possible to play
Destiny
games in
2,
the future.
Fortnite.
And I want to be clear, I totally butchered that quote. Don't think that was an exact quote.
That's
what
there's
you're
no
paraphrasing.
fans here.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Nobody cares. And you're just paraphrasing.
Yeah.
And you're putting it in your own words.
Yeah, essentially what he was saying is like, hey, we're focused on what's next, not what was in the past. And so they're basically implying like, hey,
No backwards
backwards
But like,
compatibility slightly. But
if you want to enjoy our past stuff, go buy our $400 console.
Or go buy a PS3.
Yeah, it's
Or
like
from a
that's
garage
$2.
sale. Yeah.
That's so stupid.
It seems kind of silly too, because another thing I don't understand why companies do that, because if I go buy a PS3 right now, Sony isn't getting $1. Like, no, I'd be buying it from eBay or
GameStop,
from
where they're getting all the
it's
profits.
Like,
They can make money off of digital games.
Yeah, but exactly,
But
and that's the
not
thing.
only
It's like
digital.
It's like make your games backwards
It's
compatible.
physical. They're not making money.
Exactly.
So,
and that's the
I mean,
thing.
think
is,
about it. They've made money from my PlayStation 4.
what would be smart of them
but
to
I bought all
do
my
is
games
say,
from
well, you can play any game backwards compatible digitally. That's how they're going to make money.
Because
Then
then you can still buy
not
it.
consumer, but if they want to make money, then digital backwards compatibility is the
It
way
just
to go.
blows my mind that PlayStation hasn't even like talked about a Game Pass sort of thing. You know, like because that is going to be a huge factor. Like we've talked about that so much.
It's shocking. I mean, they have PS Now, which I know people always talk about, but it's all streaming based, and I've heard it's not that great. But like even Nintendo is doing like Switch Online, which you get all the NES and SNES games.
And they've already announced that they want to make it more.
They want to include.
They
more.
said like we want to make it so where people actually want it more.
I don't know. I think Xbox is going to be remembered greatly for this whole consumer-friendly approach, because ultimately it's like, think about like history in gaming. It's like there's so many great GameCube games that I want to play that I just don't have ease of access to at all. Like I
literally can't play NFL Street if I wanted to.
Yeah, you'd have to go freaking spend $70 to literally NFL Street goes for like $70. It's crazy, but go spend over retail value for that game. Get a working GameCube or
I have the game.
Wii or
I just
something.
can't play it because I don't have anything that I can play it.
Oh yeah, exactly. And it's like you'd have to find something to play it on and then hook it all up. It's very
just
like
to play one game.
Yeah, and it's like, what if they just put those all out digitally on
like
each
Xbox?
It's like boom.
I want to play
Xbox. If Xbox had NFL Street 2 on there, I would be playing that thing more than I play Madden.
Yeah. Well, think about it. It's like
I want to go play Halo 1.
Gauntlet Dark Legacy.
I don't have to go buy an Xbox
Gauntlet Dark
original.
Legacy with online capability.
Yeah, put it up for heck $20. Like they could do that and people would buy it. You know what I mean? It's like that's.
Well, I think I don't understand because like PlayStation's whole statement of like we want to live in the future. Games have proven that remasters and everything like that work so well. They sell. Spyro, Reignited Trilogy, sold a ton. Crash Bandicoot sold a ton. You know, like, and Activision has already said that they're planning to do a ton of remasters this year. Like, people love living in the past. Nostalgia is such a big
Nostalgia sells
factor
huge.
in people's lives.
That's why freaking people are buying arcade machines from
Literally.
stores and filling up their rooms with arcade machines.
That's
why
the biggest reason why we do this
one-up
podcast.
machines are being really big right now. Like the mini arcades you can get.
Yeah.
They're from like those are doing really well.
Well, dude, like that's a
people
big
love
reason
nostalgia.
we do this podcast is to talk about nostalgia and things that we liked in our past and things. Yeah, like
I mean, and speaking of, this is actually another piece of news. I don't think we've been able to talk about it, but there's huge rumors that Mario Sunshine, Mario 64,
I'm
Mario
so excited for Mario Sunshine. I never played any of the other ones that are there, but Sunshine was I actually loved. That's the only Mario game I've really loved. Other than
really?
Odyssey.
I didn't know that. That's
Remaster
awesome.
onto
Yeah, like
Switch.
there's rumors that they're going to be remastered on Switch, or not even remastered, like remakes.
Yeah.
Like, put onto Switch.
Sunshine is
What's the
basically
word?
Odyssey, right?
Yeah,
With the
it's
jetpack.
just like Odyssey, but
you have the
different
flood.
setting.
Yeah,
You have
oh, it's so
the
fun.
flood, and yeah, it's awesome. Like I am so pumped. Mario 64 was the first game like I ever played and beat, and so I can't. I hope it's true.
With them remastering, will it oh, Mario 64. Never mind. Just ignore it.
Okay, but like the thing is if that's true, then and that comes out like this fall. Think about it. Nintendo, as far as we know, they have Paper Mario next month. Besides that, we don't know anything about their fall lineup.
Yeah.
They could literally have their entire fall lineup
Be remasters.
based around remasters and remakes, like ports, and be totally fine. And people they'd probably sell extremely
It'd probably
well.
be people would be like, "This is one of the greatest years of Nintendo."
Yeah, this is one of the best
Are they
Nintendo
gonna
years.
do
on
Mario Kart this generation?
I hope so. Like a new one.
I don't know if they already have Mario Kart 8 on the Switch.
That's what sucks. Is like I want them to do
that's
it.
Nintendo-
It's
it's
from the Wii U.
You should know. Nintendo refuses to make another version of a game if it's already on the same console.
Yeah.
They'll never make a new Smash Bros. That's on the Switch because
Well, they might
already
never
have
make a new
Ultimate.
Smash Bros. Again.
Period.
Well, yeah.
Zelda.
But like everything, like Zelda, like Breath of the Wild, it's going to be so unique to have two Zeldas in the same console generation.
Yeah, that's
Like,
a pretty rare thing.
It is. It's super rare.
And the only reason why like Zelda might get one is because Zelda launched with the Switch, and so it's given like a big
good
breather.
The Switch
And I
might
like
go forever.
The Switch already
Yeah,
said
that's
they already
true.
said like it's not even halfway through its lifespan.
Yeah. Well, and that's why I hope we get a Mario Kart 9 because that would be amazing, and I want it to be Nintendo Kart. That would be so awesing. Just make it
Nintendo Kart, dude. Imagine.
Like I don't know how dude. It would be such a moneymaker.
It would.
And know what pisses me off? I have to bring this up. Freaking stupid Mario Kart Tour, dude, gets so many updates.
I know.
And so many characters.
I know.
And it's like, how is Nintendo not doing this for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is like the #1 selling Switch game?
And have
by
you seen
far.
like they've literally added
Sold
like
with the console.
they've added
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah.
Pumpkin Rosalina,
Yeah.
Christmas Santa, Mario. I'm like, dude, imagine
not?
these in like
That's
Smash
why I
Bros.
hate when companies get involved in mobile
Yeah,
because
dude.
mobile takes
so
up time
consumes.
and it sucks nuts.
It
Uh-huh.
does.
And it's so scummy. It's just like tons
Money,
of
money,
microtransactions.
money, money.
And think about it. Characters that have never made like a Mario Kart appearance or very rarely made a Mario Kart appearance are going into Mario Kart Tour. Dixie Kong just got announced. Dixie Kong. She's never been
in anything.
not even in Smash Bros.
Yeah.
And now she's in Mario Kart Tour on the stupid mobile. Like, come on. Like, just make Mario Kart. Heck, do it.
It
for Mario
sucks
Kart
too. I
8.
hate the controls for that thing.
Yeah.
Have you guys played it?
Well, it's
Yeah, I don't like
the
that.
it's because it's so minimal.
Yeah,
it's just
it's basic.
like-
It's for super casual people.
oh, mushroom.
Not to say, I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty. It's fun. Like it's fun.
It's fine,
But
yeah.
it's not Mario Kart on the Switch. It's not a real mainline game.
And just think about it. Like, I don't necessarily want Nintendo to do this because it would put them down a scummy path somewhat. But it's like, heck, put these
The microtransactions.
microtransactions into
On the
Mario Kart
Switch,
8.
because dude, I would so definitely buy freaking Samus
yeah,
with the flying ship
As oh my gosh, as a
for
Mario
like a
Kart
buck,
character,
$1.99.
that would be freaking
I'd be
dope.
like,
yeah.
frick yeah.
Put it out for $2. You can have any character from Smash Bros. Like literally, they could just put their models into like.
You can Banjo-Kazooie.
This is the thing
like,
that I don't understand too.
Oh, dude.
This is what I don't understand too is for Mario Kart, like 8 and stuff. Your character doesn't have like any sort of like moveset
No.
or anything. It's literally
A
just
skin.
put the character in the car
And make sounds
and,
and,
drive.
movements and
yeah,
animation.
You just don't get me wrong. There's a lot of work.
Oh, yeah, but
like
not compared to making a- 'cause,
like
like,
a Smash Bros.
A
character.
Smash Bros. Character, there's a reason
There's
it
a
takes
moveset.
a year to make a character.
Yeah.
Because you have to balance them. There's move sets. There, yeah. But
With a character, they're
It's-
all balanced. They're all for the most part even. It's like
you literally just make
you
a
just
couple
put the
animations
character in
and some
there,
sounds.
and people would eat that up. Imagine if they have like Captain Falcon in there,
Dude,
freaking.
he'd be perfect because he
Yeah,
already has a racing
He already
game.
has a stage. It's like I don't understand why Nintendo. Like I said, Mario Kart 8 is their #1 selling game by far. Like it's not even close. Smash Bros is second with like almost 5 million or something less copies sold. And so it's like, why not make
Well, no, I
DLC
think Animal
for this
Crossing.
game?
Oh no, never mind.
It's blowing up, but it's not.
That was just the day one.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
their day one numbers, but
Yeah.
like that probably will get up there. But it's just insane. Like, come on, Nintendo. Like,
Dude, if Nintendo
so
just
perfect.
expanded their wings just a little bit and started like, because like Nintendo's very like, we got to make the good games, make the new ones.
They're
and, like,
very
don't-
classic.
Yeah, and they don't make a lot of DLC. They refuse to like just go crazy with their ideas. If they just like opened up a little bit, like let's make a Nintendo cart. You know, let's start just adding a shiz ton of like skins to Super Smash Bros. We've talked about this before. Just imagine them adding like a simple Santa hat to each character, and it's like $1.99.
Dude, I can't
to
tell you
get
how much
a
I've thought
hat.
about this because it's like
Please
I would
don't do
freaking
that.
buy it. But like for people who love the game, because like I have no problem with cosmetic microtransactions because
Yeah,
it's like
it's all
you don't have to get them.
cosmetic.
It doesn't add anything to the game. But if you love the game, why not? Right?
well, and even like
Like-
add. Animal Crossing is a good example of Nintendo actually doing like events and stuff too. They had the Easter Bunny
Yeah.
event. It's like, why not do events in Smash Bros or Mario Kart? What if they had like a Halloween event where it's like
Everybody's character's
menus,
eyes are
well,
like
and the menu changes and it's like got spooky
spooky.
music and it got like pumpkins
and there's
stuff.
like a pumpkin
That's
Rosalina
perfect.
skin that you can get
They-
if you
they
play
did
enough
it-
matches.
They literally did that for Mario Kart Tour.
I know.
They put friggin' witch Rosalina and,
and
stuff
like,
like that.
there's like
It's
events where you have to
And
play.
King Boo from Luigi's Mansion. They have two versions. Did you see
Yeah,
that? They
it's
have
the normal
they have
King
the
Boo,
OG one,
and then the one with the
they have
gem.
the one with the gem,
And his
like
eyes.
from Luigi's Mansion. It's
Well,
like
dude, imagine this. They
Put
come
that
out and they're
in
like, we're going to have an event
right
in
today.
Smash Bros. It's a 7-day event. Every day there's a new stage. It's like the
Yeah.
All-Star mode where you fight a boss, and the boss has like glowing eyes and he's all scary. At the end, you fight Pumpkin Rosalina. If you complete the challenge every day, you unlock Pumpkin Rosalina.
yeah, you
as
get
a skin.
her skin.
And it's
Even
like
just,
simple
one.
event.
They
You know
can
how many
just-
people would come and play
I don't
every
get
day?
it. I don't get Nintendo's approach all the time. I do in the sense that they want to be classical, but yeah,
Gotta evolve
there's
a
a
little
lot
bit.
of room for improvement. But anyway, is there anything else you guys wanted to talk about for this episode?
I can't think of anything.
Any other
Yeah, I
major
think
news that
I'm-
we're missing?
I think we're good. I think we got it all.
Yeah, sweet. Well, that's us catching up from the last
Oh,
couple months.
last couple
Minecraft Dungeons.
Oh yeah,
That's pretty huge, actually, because Mojang's only made Minecraft, and they came out with Minecraft Dungeons. That's huge. Have you seen?
Yeah, it's
Like
just,
it's selling like crazy. Game Pass, it's crazy. Like on Nintendo, it's the eShop. It's the #1 sold thing right now.
Really?
Yeah,
I guess yeah.
Crazy.
Minecraft Dungeons is it's basically just Minecraft Gauntlet.
and we played it, and it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited
I
to
like
play more.
Parker's been playing it a ton.
Dang it, he's too far ahead of
I
us.
I know that's awesome.
You could actually create new characters, so
Oh.
he could probably just jump right back in.
Huh, yeah, start over. All right. Well, we thank you guys for listening. Anything else you guys want to say?
Nope.
Nope.
Cool. Well, we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Peace out.
Bye.